Welcome guys to your NFL Week 12 recap. We start off with the early Thanksgiving game. It was the Bears on the road to the Lions. And why did anybody want to put the Bears and the Lions on this Thanksgiving game? You could have put the Buccaneers on, but you decided to put the Bears and Lions. Do you want to punish everybody else that actually watched the game? Well, who's not a Bears and Lions fan, that has to watch the Bears football for 3 hours, Andy Dalton and Matt Nagy for 3 hours, and Dan Campbell, who cannot get a win even against Matt Nagy. They say Dan Campbell has been pretty for the last few weeks. Cannot even beat Matt Nagy. Matt Nagy and Andy fucking Dalton. Like, come on. We saw for 7-0 today in Lions in the first by Josh Reynolds. 28-yard field goal by Santos in the second to make it 3-7. Then Jimmy Graham's touchdown in the second to make it 10-7. 43-yard field goal by Santos in the third to make it 13-7. Touchdown by Hutchinson in the third to make it 13-14 in the third. And then 16-14 in the fourth for the Bears. Bears football, yeah! Anyway, guys, back to the other Thanksgiving game. This was a better game. Thank God we had a better game than the start of the Thanksgiving. So we had the Raiders on the road to the Cowboys. Going into this game, the Raiders were 5-5. Cowboys were 17-3. We had a Carlton field goal. We had a Deshaun Jackson touchdown in the first to make it 7-0 in the first. Touchdown in the first to make it 7-6. Touchdown by Jacobs in the first to make it 14-6. 17-6 in the second. Touchdown by Elliott in the second to make it 7-13. Touchdown by Raiders in the third to make it 24-19 in the third. 46-yard field goal by the Raiders to make it 27-19. Touchdown by Dalton Schultz in the fourth. 27-22 in the fourth with a 29-yard field goal. Going into the overtime, we had a Carlton field goal to make it 36-33 to the Raiders. Then we had the last Thanksgiving game on Thursday of the Bills, and it was on the road to the Saints. Going into this game, the Bills were 6-4. Saints were 5-5. We had a touchdown from the Bills in the first to make it 7-0 in the first. Bassfield field goal in the second to make it 10-0. Touchdown by Diggs in the third to make it 17-0 in the third. Touchdown by Knox in the third to make it 24-0 in the third. Then we had a touchdown plus 2-point conversion to make it 24-6 going into the third. And then 31-6 to the Bills. Then we go on to the Sunday games. We have the Browns versus the Ravens. 10-16 on this game. 0-3 in the first from a 52-yard field goal from the Ravens. 25-yard field goal in the second to make it 0-6. Then we have a field goal from the Browns to make it 3-6 in the second. Andrew touchdown in the third to make it 3-13, and then a touchdown from the Browns in 10-13 in the third, and then a field goal by the Ravens to make it 10-16 to the Ravens. Then we have the Packers versus the Rams. Aaron Rodgers and his alleged COVID toe, whatever he had. Anyway, he's in the starting lineup, and we had a 0-7 in the first, and a 45-yard field goal from Crosby in the second, and a touchdown by Van Jefferson in the second to make it 7-10. 28-yard field goal by Crosby in the second to make it 7-13. And then a 36-yard field goal by Diggs in the second to make it 10-13. Touchdown in the second by Cobb in the second to make it 10-20. A.J. Dillon had a touchdown in the third to make it 17-27. Touchdown by Odell Beckham in the fourth to make it 23-36 plus a 2-point conversion to make it 25-36. And 36 yard field goal by Cup in the fourth to make it 28-36 Packers. We had the Buccaneers on the road to the Colts. It was 38-31. The Colts they had a good game plan going into this game, and they actually had they held their own against the Buccaneers. It was like an 7-8 point game. But it was 0-3 in the first to the Colts by a field goal. Touchdown by Ferret in the second, make it 7-3 in the second. Ashton Dalton touchdown in the second, which was his first touchdown in the NFL. 7-10 in the second. Jackson Doyle touchdown to make it 7-17. Touchdown 14-17 in the second. Ty Hilton had a touchdown in the third to make it 14-24. Touchdown in the fourth to make it 31-30 in the fourth, and then a field goal for the Buccaneers to make it 34-21, and then Jones touchdown to make it 28 to and then it was 38-31. Then we go to the Patriots versus the Titans. Patriots win 36-13. That makes them 8-4, and they're just doing so well. And I said last week, is Belichick the coach of the year? In my opinion, if he wins Super Bowl this year, he's got to be the coach of the year. Like, if he's rebuilding this Packers team, Cam Newton went to the Panthers with a rookie quarterback in Mac Jones. Bruce Belichick has got to be the coach of the year, in my opinion. 0-7 in the first of the Pats. Then a field goal in the second by the Pats, 6-10, 6-13, and then 44-yard field goal by Cardone in the second, make it 13-16. Touchdown by Titans in the second, make it 13-16. Then field goals make it 13-19 in the third. Touchdown by Bourne in the third, make it 13-26. 52-yard field goal in the fourth by Cardona to make it 13-29, and then 13-36. Patriots. Then we had the Vikings versus the 49ers, 26-34. 7-0 in the first to the Vikings, 7-7 in the first, and a 14-7 going the second, 14-14. Then we had a touchdown by Elijah Mitchell in the third, touchdown by Cook in the third to 20-28. Then we had a 22-yard field goal to make it 26-34, and that's how the game ended. Good win for the 49ers. Then we have the Falcons versus the Jets. 21-14. The 9-2 for the Jags. The Jets. I said the Jets. The Jags and the Falcons. Sorry guys. Touchdown by Cordell Patterson in the first, week 7-0 to Falcons. 43 yards. Touchdown by Patterson. He had Cordell Patterson had a good game. He had 2 touchdowns in this game. To make it 14-0 in the second. 20-yard field goal to make it 14-3 in the second. Ty Campbell had a first interception in the second. Russell Gage had a touchdown in the third to make it 21-3. And Austin touchdown in the third to make it a 2-point conversion to make it 21-11. And then 34-yard field goal Jags to make it 21-14 to the Falcons. Then we had the Panthers versus the Dolphins, 10-33. This was a shock. This was a shocking win. I didn't even think that. I didn't have the Dolphins winning this game. But the way they won it with 10-33. Great for the Dolphins. He got a big win. But the Panthers should have beaten the Dolphins. But touchdown by the Dolphins in the first week. 7-7 by Cam Newton. Cam Newton gets a touchdown. Waddle touchdown in the second to make it 7-14. Touchdown in the second to make it from Gaskin to make it 7-21. 41-yard field goal in the second to make it 10-21. Second touchdown of the game for Gaskin to make it 10-27. 46-yard field goal to make it 10-30 in the fourth, and 10-33 to the Dolphins. Then we have the Eagles versus the Giants. This was I look at this Eagles game and what the hell are you letting the fucking Giants lose this game? Going into this game, you're 5-6. And then you have the Giants with 3-7. It was a close game, 7-3, 7-13, but you should have beaten the Giants. The Giants are they're the worst. They're one of the worst teams in the NFL. You got the Lions, and then you got the Giants and Jets and Jags. They're the worst teams this year. You should have beaten those kind of teams. 35-yard field goal by Gann in the first. 0-3 in the first. Second and goal in the fourth. Touchdown by Boston Scott to make it 7-10, and 7-13 in the fourth for the field goal, and the Giants gonna win. Chargers versus Broncos. Broncos beat the Chargers 13-28. Touchdown by Broncos in the first to make it 0-7. Then Chargers get back in the game in the third to make it 7-14. Then we have a touchdown by Eric in the fourth to make it 7-21, 7-28. And then touchdown by Jared Cook in the fourth to make it 13-28. Then we have the Jets versus the Texans, 21-14. It was the Jets' first win of the season. Touchdown by Texans in the second, 3-7. Taylor passing touchdown to Cook in the second, to make it 3-14. Touchdown by Walter in the second, to make it 9-14. Plus Johnson touchdown. Plus Johnson had a 2-point conversion in the game to make it 11-14. 18-14 and a field goal to the Jets to make it 21-14 to the Jets. Steelers versus Bengals. Bengals destroyed the Steelers. I was gonna go for the Steelers win. 3-41. Burrow had a rushing touchdown to make it 0-7. 31-yard field goal to 0-10 in the first. Higgs had a 3-10 in the second. 3-17. Touchdown by Bengals again. Fitzpatrick interception. Hilton, who was a former Steeler, had a touchdown to make it 3-31. 51-yard field goal in the third to make it 3-34. And then Mixon in the fourth for a 2-point conversion to make it 3-41. So we'll go with the Bengals. Then we're gonna go on to the Monday game. Seattle versus Washington, 15-17. A 27-yard field goal in the first for Washington, and to be 0-3 in the first. Then a passing touchdown from Russell Wilson to make it 7-3 to the Seahawks. Touchdown in the second, make it 7-9. Shane Green blocked a field goal in the second and made it 9-9. Touchdown plus 2-point conversion in the third to make it 9-15. 9-17, and then 15-17. Freddie touchdown in the fourth, and Washington get a win. And that is my Week 12 NFL recap. Leave you guys' thoughts in this week's NFL week below and your comments. And yeah, peace, guys.